Have you ever wondered whose voices are truly heard in literature? Literature, like any form of art, is a reflection of society, and society, as we know, is a complex web of diverse voices. Yet one may question, are all voices represented equally? This is where the relevance of the question arises. Subaltern studies, a field that emerged in the 1980s, seeks to address this imbalance, focusing on the perspectives of those historically silenced or underrepresented. The field of subaltern studies has emerged to address this very question. Subaltern studies might sound complicated, but at its core, it's about amplifying the voices that often go unheard. It places importance on marginalized voices, those who have been historically silenced or underrepresented in literature. Imagine a book where the main characters are indigenous people or lower caste individuals, their stories, struggles, and triumphs taking center stage. Subaltern studies also heavily draws from post-colonial theory, examining how colonialism has shaped literature and culture. Think of it as a detective, investigating how a colonial past has influenced the way we view subaltern voices. Moreover, it explores resistance and agency, how these marginalized groups assert themselves through literature. It's like a silent protest penned down on paper. Counter-narratives are also a significant focus. These are tales that challenge the mainstream, offering fresh perspectives. Emphasizing on intersectionality, it considers how gender, race, and class shape experiences. Lastly, it advocates for decolonization, shaking off Eurocentric perspectives. Through these key concepts, subaltern studies seeks to challenge the status quo and provide a platform for the unheard. Subaltern studies has had a profound impact on how we approach literary criticism. The influence of scholars like Gayatri Chakravorty Spivak, Homi K. Babha, and Edward Said is undeniable. They have challenged traditional literary studies, broadening our understanding of literature. Spivak, for instance, has extensively explored the issue of representation and voice, urging us to question who speaks for the subaltern. Baba, on the other hand, has delved into the complexities of cultural identity and hybridity, reminding us that identities are not fixed but fluid and ever-changing. Said's work, meanwhile, has emphasized the political implications of literary texts, particularly in the context of colonialism and post-colonialism. These scholars, among others, have transformed our approach to literary criticism, pushing us to consider how power structures, colonial legacies, and social hierarchies shape narratives and voices. In essence, subaltern studies encourages us to listen more closely, to hear the voices that have too often been silenced. So, we've journeyed through the world of subaltern studies, but what have we learned? We've explored how this approach amplifies marginalized voices and challenges dominant narratives. We've delved into its ties with post-colonial theory and how it highlights the role of resistance and agency. We've seen how it uncovers counter-narratives and emphasizes intersectionality. And we've acknowledged the call for decolonization within literary studies. Remember, in the world of literature, every voice matters, especially those that have been silenced for too long.